Moxie. You do your first audition today? So Moxie and I did our first audition together today. It was interesting. She listened, she was a good girl, but she wouldn't play very much. But she did a good job.
Now she wants to play.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio.
Alright, so I just got to Toronto. I'm about to head in to film for my the morning show that I'll be on in a few weeks. So stay tuned. I won't be able to share a lot, but I will share as much as I can up until what I'll be wearing I can't wear. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys.
I'm going to show you guys my lunch after my workout, and part of it's using some roasted veggies for leftovers, and then the rest you can put together the next day.
And what are you guys doing? Whoa, what was that, Mox?
I'm editing my YouTube videos. Before we do our posing tutorials, I'm going to ask Nate a little bit about his upcoming appearance on a morning show. So he did this on, what day was it that you went?
Thursday.
Thursday. Sorry, Moxie wants to play.
We filmed on Thursday.
You filmed on Thursday. Okay, so how did you get this opportunity to be on the show?
About 3.5 years ago, I worked with a stylist named Cece, who is through Dapper Style Mint. She reached out to me actually for this one and asking me if I'd be interested in being on a morning TV show.
Cool. So when you had to go do it, since you haven't done this before, how was it different than modeling just for like photo?
This was just a little bit of different posing, so you'd have to do a pose, hold it for about 15 seconds to show the clothing and show the style, how it looks and everything for people to see it. And then you'd change to another pose, and then I would turn to one side, do a pose, go back to the middle, pose, and then turn to the other side and do another pose.
And how many outfits did you get to try on?
5.
Wow. But how many will actually be on TV?
I'm not too sure yet.
I'm not too sure.
I'm gonna guess probably about 2 or 3.
And when can we watch this segment?
This will be airing early December.
And what's the show?
Your Morning on CTV.
Perfect. So hopefully the first week of December sometime, we can watch Nate on Your Morning modeling some awesome menswear from, we tagged them, but what's it actually called?
Capo Salerno.
Perfect. So follow them, follow CC, Dapper Style Mint, she has some great styling tips. And now we're going to do our posing tutorials. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys a few tips for posing for photos. Now, I was going to do more about modeling, but I think what everybody needs right now is just some tips for posing for photos with the holidays coming up, just being with your family and going to small get-togethers and dinners. I think most people just want to know how to look better in their photos, because I've been there where you get ready and you feel really good about yourself, and then you see your photos from whatever event and you're like, what the heck happened? I felt so good about myself, my outfit, and my makeup, and then it just didn't look how I thought. So the first tip I'm going to give you guys this is mostly for women and then Nate will do for men, but some of this is applicable to both. So the first tip is posture. So obviously basics of posture, we don't want to be slouched and kind of hips forward. You want to have your hips slightly back. For girls, stick up your bum a little bit, and then chest is nice and open, shoulders down. You'll look slimmer, you'll look taller, and even for taller people, it'll just make you look more confident and everything will look better. So that's number one, posture. Number two, especially for women, get your arms away from your body. So this could mean hands on your hips, this could mean hands in your hair or to your side, but nobody looks great with their arm pressed up against their body. People with great muscle definition and tone, it just ends up like pushing towards your body. It doesn't look good. Same with just standing like straight on. Like not many of us can look our best just standing like this. So with the arms, like I said, hands on the hips. If you want to put your hand down, just push it like a little bit away from your body. Think like ballet arms. So you're just getting those hands away from your body, even if you put them behind you like this. That is always helpful. And then just with positioning again, use your ankles. So the second one was arms. The third tip is angles and curves. So these are two things for the third tip. So for angles, it always looks really nice if you do a twist, right? Or if you do want to stand straight, make the curves of your body a little bit more pronounced. So I always used to kind of be fighting curves and I wanted to be nice and slim and straight. But as a woman, we have curves, so we might as well enjoy them. So you want to make sure you're kind of putting the hip out, making shapes, right? Just playing with your curves because they are beautiful and that's what makes you feminine. So use your curves, and then also with angles, when you're getting your photo taken, be aware of where the camera is. So right now the camera is below where my head is, so it is down. So when the camera is down, you want to look down, right? We always wonder why we get these like double chins and we end up looking unflattering in photos, is because some people look up like this all the time and then it gives you the double chin. So if the camera is low or eye height, you want to just tilt your chin down a little bit. Even if you like stick out your neck, it'll just get rid of that double chin effect. If the camera is higher than you're standing, it is good to kind of look up because your eyes and everything will be at the camera, your features will look bigger. So that's one of the good tips I have about angles. So those were 3 tips. We'll go over them again. So posture is very important, shoulders down, chest up, little booty pop. Second one is arms. So just keep your arms away from your body. Always doesn't have to be on the hips. Could be holding a drink, could be resting on something behind you. Just gives you a nice slimmer look to your arm than pressing up against something. And number 3 was angles and curves. So use your curves to your advantage and just be aware of where the camera is when someone's taking a photo. So I hope you guys enjoyed those tips and you can use them for modeling or just when you're at a nice holiday party or get together and you want to look your best.
Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about print posing and a little bit of commercial work. That's what I've been doing a lot of now, is more just auditions for commercial and print. I still do want to get involved in runway if I ever get the opportunity, and I will take that. So for print work, you're gonna go into like for auditions, stuff like that. You're gonna wear some pretty like nice fitted clothing, unless they ask for certain things. But you're gonna work with a photographer. You're gonna go in, and you're gonna, as soon as you hear that click, you'll change your pose, turn, angle, just anything like that. A little bit of confidence, like stick your chin out a little bit. Don't go too high, don't go too low, unless they're asking for a certain look. Other than that, they might ask you to hold a pose, like just anything, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, hold that, and you're gonna see the photographer will move just to change the angle of the shot, but they just really like that pose. So honestly, it's just working together as a team, listening to them, and then when it gets commercial, you might have to learn lines. I'm not as good at memorizing lines. Kelsey's pretty good at that. But other than that, you sometimes have to eat food. I've had to eat yogurt, bread, all sorts of stuff like that on TV, like just for on auditions. Other than that, just listen to who you're working with. There's certain styles that they want. And just go in with confidence.
It's like the two